it's Victoria. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. Today I finally have another swim related video and I'm hoping to make this some type of series. But basically this video is why swimmers hate or strongly dislike the 200 free. I haven't seen anybody else with this idea, so I thought it would be a good thing to start. And hopefully with this video I can gain more of a swimmer following, if you know what I mean, because I am a swimmer. I have been kind of on and off the sport just because of motivation and whatever, but I do plan on getting back very soon. But I am in the water. I'm helping kids learn how to swim, and that's a whole story, but let's just get straight into the first reason of why swimmers really don't like the 200 free. So starting off, the 200 free is it just has a weird pace because you can't sprint it or else you'll be dead by the 150 or the 125. All my swimmers know what I'm talking about, so if you're not a swimmer, you may not understand what I'm talking about right now. So it may kind of be hard to understand what I'm saying throughout the video, but I'm sure my fellow swimmers will understand. You can't keep that same pace the entire 200, no matter how much you try. And you can't pace it either, because then you're just not gonna get a good time. So you have to find your own way to swim the event. And to set your pace, that's difficult enough in itself, trying to find how to swim it, because if you're a sprinter, maybe you'd want to do a 50 fast, a 25 easy, 50 fast, 25 again easy, and then 50 fast. I think that adds up. When I say easy, I just mean still strong. But if you go too easy, you're obviously not going to get a good time. But if you go the same speed as the fast 50s, then you're just going to lose all your energy before the race ends. So yeah, you kind of have to be consistent at practice, and you have to race 200s in practice, or at least pace them in practice to get ready for your 2 free race. If you want a good time in the 2 free, typically you want to go faster every single 50 that you have, which is extremely difficult. Every athlete knows that over time it's hard to get even better than what you started with, just because you've started to run out of energy. And I think that's just about it. I was gonna say run out of motivation, which some people do, but I don't think it applies to every single athlete, which is what I was going for. There's 4 50s and a 200, so to get every single 50 faster than the last, and to do that 3 times is just way too difficult. Obviously the pros can do it, but a teenager or a relatively amateur athlete, and I wouldn't say I'm amateur, but I'm nowhere near the pros, and I don't plan on being one either, but I hope you can understand what I mean by that, you know? So some of my fellow swimmers may know what swim is, and if you do, this will be interesting to you. So basically I just looked up some stuff, and obviously the first link, or one of the first few links, was from Swim, and what I have is a coach on Swim, because they go and kind of interview coaches or email them. A coach on Swim said that the 2 free is probably the most mentally challenging race that a swimmer can do, just because again, you can't sprint, you can't pace, you have to find your in-between, you have to find your own pace for it. And it's definitely mentally challenging in the way that after your first 100 or 150, you just can't feel like you can go on, and then you have to swim either that 50 more or that 100 more. Also, miscounting is a thing, since only 500s and above get counters, or lap counters, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I have this story. I was swimming at a pretty big pool, and it was in short course, which as swimmers know right now is long course, but anyways, it was in short course. And so I swam 100, and then I miscounted. I had swim my 100, I swam the 125, and I think I was coming back about to touch the wall for the 150, but then I had no idea if I was touching to finish the 200 or flipping for the 150. So I slowed down. Somebody obviously passed me, so I could tell if I still had another 50 or if I was about to be done. So that person had to pass me, and they flipped. And then I saw them, I looked out of the side of my goggles, and then I flipped, and that caused me to get second instead of first, which I don't know if other people can relate. Obviously it was when I was younger, but still to this day it could definitely affect me, although I feel like the pace I have now has too much of a pattern for me to miscount. I mean, hopefully it doesn't happen, but in practice it definitely has happened. Only a few times though, only a few. These are some key points, but basically speed, endurance, and strategy are key in the 200 freestyle because obviously you need to keep a somewhat consistent speed in order to get your personal best or just try and get better. Endurance, no doubt, because you need to be able to maintain that speed, which is basically what endurance is. Because if you don't maintain the speed, you're obviously gonna like fall off and most likely add time. And strategy, basically like finding out what your pace is, how many underwaters to do, and your stroke count. No, not, well, I guess you could include stroke count, but what I was going for was how often do you breathe? Like twice in a 25, not in a 200, or like every 3 strokes, you know what I mean? You definitely want to keep yourself consistent on the tempo of like your stroke and like the rate of your stroke and kick as well, which is a struggle for some people, including me. But keeping that tempo and, like I said before, even getting faster for each 50 is no doubt it's physically challenging, like out of this world challenging. The last time I got my personal best in the 2 free was so long ago. It was over a year ago, and I kind of feel bad about it just because, no, like I love the time that I got. It's a beautiful time, but it was so long ago. But I haven't dropped any time since then, so that kind of sucks. But yeah. Also, the third 50 of the 200 hurts like no other. It's like the devil is trying to like poke you with the, I don't know what it's called, but like the 3 spike things. I don't know. It's like I'm imagining it in my head and it has 3 spikes and then the spikes on the side have like a little triangle. Yeah, I don't know what it's called, but kind of like a spear, if you know what I mean. And yeah, everywhere in your body, your arms, your legs, your core, your back, everywhere, even in your brain. Yeah, it's poking at your brain. You gotta power through that and then you'll get first. I can't, that time I raced that 200, my best time, I really want to say some stuff that's like sad on here. I'm not going to because I don't want people to find it. But yeah, I have some sad news from that I may share once I graduate high school, which is in a few years. But it is stuff that I do want to share, and I do want to eventually share a lot of stuff, but not while I go to this school. Anyways, yeah, that third 50 is, the pain is unbearable. And I can't wait to race the 200 long course because that should be even better since there's less walls and it's even longer because it's in meters instead of yards. So that should be enjoyable, especially since I haven't trained for a few weeks. But we don't talk about that because, yeah, we'll get to it later, maybe. I didn't know that was all the points that I had, but yeah. That's basically it that I have for this video. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Let me know if any of my swimmers want any more swimming related videos. I really enjoy making them because it's stuff I can actually relate to. My Jolyn haul is the only swimming related video that I've posted besides like a morning routine, but that's not specifically dedicated toward the sport of swimming. Oh, you know what I need to do? What's in my bag? I will be doing that soon. As a fellow swimmer, I wish you all good luck in your meets this summer. Swim fast, you know? Let me know down below in the comments if you want to see a what's in my swim bag to get ready for practice, because I'd love to film one of those. Honestly, I think it could be pretty fun. That's gonna be the end of this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to leave a thumbs up down below. Subscribe if you like the content I create. Make sure to stay positive and be kind.